and welcome to the last meditation and weekly guided meditation series of the year. And today we are wrapping up the month of December and the theme power. And this week the focus is on fruition. And intuitively, when I started thinking about or started like channeling or just meditating on the month of December and what are the themes going to be for each of the separate weeks, um, the word fruition came up. And at that point, I didn't even know what it was going to mean or how it was going to manifest or show up. And the logical idea, the mind showed me this image that maybe this is going to be something about like wrapping some projects up or finalizing the year and harvesting those fruits of the all the hard work throughout the year. In the last couple of days, I actually started seeing that the fruition is all the work that we have been doing, all the evolution, all the growth that we have experienced over this year with all of these events happening around the world. And it is about us integrating ourselves with this deeper, purer version of ourselves. Because through this whole year, we got to learn and we got to grow so much, and we are still going through this transition. And I know this period, it might be easier for some of us and it might be harder for the others, but it doesn't really matter where we are in life. Like all of these experiences, they teach us the most amazing lessons. And I know maybe it's easy for me to speak right now because I have my family by my side, and I'll get to celebrate the holidays with my family. But I'm saying this because I went through the period where it hasn't been easy, where I felt alone, and where there has been a lot of emotions that have been circling in my life, and navigating through that period, it wasn't easy. But getting to the other side and then starting to reflect on everything, like you start seeing that all of these single experiences that they happen in our lives, they are the best and the greatest teachers. It's like this university of life, and then we just get to graduate and and learn all of these amazing subjects, graduate on all of the different subjects. So in today's meditation is I'm just going to keep it very short because it's the last one of the year. Um, and I'm just going to start bringing the focus into this physical and spiritual alignment, integrating our physical body and integrating our soul. Um, yeah, and this is very beautiful thing to do, and actually just being aware of it, because once we integrate ourselves or align ourselves with our soul, our perspective change, we change. And one, if you have ever heard about like the terms of self illumination, self realization, self actualization, that's what it is all about. It is this deep alignment with our soul. And what I have noticed working with my clients and in my own personal life, when we get to do this very deep inner spiritual work, and when we get to align ourselves with our soul and clear a lot of blocks linked to the soul, that's where this deepest transformation comes in. And there's always a lot of beliefs that we get to clear, which is like a lot of mental and from like a lot of conditioning and upbringing from our childhoods. But what is really important is going even deeper than that. And I guess it comes in layers. Maybe like the first layer would be to look into this like conditioning and programming that we have been carrying since childhood. And I think once we start releasing that, we start creating space within our bodies and within our minds. And once we create that space, we are able to go deeper, and we are able to connect to ourselves on a level that we haven't connected before. And once we connect to that deeper inner self, or soul, I just say like the self, once we connect to that inner self, that's where this deepest transformation comes in. And then life becomes effortless because we are living our purpose. And that purpose, it could be anything, just being us. And once we are living our purpose, then life becomes effortless and we live intuitively. We move through life attracting synchronicities and experiences which are in alignment with who we are, which are in alignment with even like this greater vision that universe has for us. So this is an amazing path to choose, an amazing path to be on, because then life gets the meaning and life gets the fulfillment that each of us deep-heartedly want to have. um, so I'm just going to start today just by starting to bring that soul and that inner power and aligning those two. So then we could have that alignment, we could have that centeredness, um, and create the life from there. So this is a beautiful thing to just end up and wrap up the year and open up to the next year. Um, and just seeing, how all of that will unfold. So I just want you to find a comfortable position where you could just feel relaxed and not be disturbed for 10-15 minutes, I would say. I'm just getting my own cross-leg position. Um, and just finding a nice and comfortable position. And just starting first, noticing and observing your breath. Start connecting to your breath. Inhaling through your nostrils. And exhaling through your nostrils. And with each inhale, let your breath nourish you. Let your breath slow down the racing mind. Bringing the focus in your body into this deeper relaxation. Because the more you're able to relax into your body, the easier it becomes to connect to the soul, that inner self, that inner knowing. So just start noticing and observing your breath. Your inhales becoming deeper, and your lungs expanding with more and more with each of the inhales. And start noticing how your mind is starting to relax, how your body is starting to relax, and how your heart is starting to soften and let go. And being very gentle. Be very gentle with yourself, with your heart. No need to force it. Just letting your breath become very natural, very soothing, very rhythmic. And also noticing and observing how slow can your breathing patterns become. And the slower is your breathing rhythm and pattern, the deeper you're able to relax. Slowing that breathing down. And just notice and observe how by slowing your breathing patterns down, you are able to drop deeper into your body, deeper into your heart, maybe even putting the hands on your heart so that the heart could feel safe. Because that inner self, that inner knowing, that's infinite soul, that's where it resides within our hearts. And sometimes it might not feel safe to show itself to the world. That's okay. Just by you holding that space for your heart, for your soul, by keeping your hands on your heart, like you're creating that safety, that protection. It's almost like this inner child, the small child, which needs safety and protection. And you can create that for yourself, for your heart, for that inner child, for the soul. And as you do so, start noticing how your heart is starting to soften. How all the hard edges around your nature, they are starting to soften. And how you are starting to soften. And let go. Let go the patterns that might have prevented you from connecting to that inner self, that inner knowing. Letting go the overthinking, the worries, the fears, any apathy or guilt, anger, just dropping them and creating more space for courage and willingness and love and abundance and joy and peace. And now asking yourself, your soul, that deep inner knowing within your heart, what is the message that is going to give you today? It might come as a single word or a vision or a sentence or just this deep inner realization. And whichever way it's going to show itself up, that's the right way. And accept it. Accept whatever there is, whatever it's shown to you. And thank yourself, thank that inner knowing for showing you this, for giving you this message. Thank for that inner guidance, that deep inner truth, and that connectedness with yourself, your soul, and your heart, and your inner child. And start noticing how easy it actually is to start integrating that deep inner knowing into your physical body, into your physical life. And start noticing just by how by integrating this inner knowing, your body starts relaxing. Your mind starts relaxing. All these worries, they start melting away. Because you know that you are always protected. You are always safe. And that you can create that protection and safety for yourself, by yourself. you can access that wisdom, that guidance for yourself, by yourself. You start noticing how all the pressures in the body, they're starting to melt away. And that whatever you are going through or dealing with in the moment is the right lesson for this time. And just taking another deep inhale and exhale into your heart. Inhaling, exhaling, even with the sigh, releasing. And exhale through your mouth. And thanking yourself for taking the time today to practice, taking the time to connect to yourself and connect to your heart and connect to your soul. And once you're ready, you can open your eyes. Thank you so much for practicing with me today. I hope you're going to have a beautiful holiday period, and I can't wait to see you for the guided meditation series next year in January. Sending you lots of love, and I hope your Christmas is going to be very, very beautiful. And we'll see you next year. Bye.